Dan's up. He says, for GMB posts, is there any issue with using the same images every month instead of having to change the images for every post within the bulk post sheet on Drive? Unique images are better, but I know I feel your pain, Dan. So we use a lot of the same images. I know there's a spinning feature. I'm not real familiar with how it works in the GMB auto poster, at least our version of it. I know that it can spin images. So if you just put a bunch of images in the sheet, it will repost, but maybe not on the same day. Like, for example, there's a post scheduling option that you can do. But what I don't like about just scheduling posts and having them rescheduled or scheduled to republish is it was like, it's the same post every at the same interval every time getting post, and that creates a pattern. But if you can have, let's say 60 images and you repost and you're doing daily posts, then and you have them pulling from the images at random for each post, then yeah, they'll get used, roughly statistically they should only get used once or twice or once every 2 months, right? If you had 60 images and you were doing a single post, but we know that's not the case. But on average, it should be about once every 2 months. But, I don't know how else to do it. Marco, do you have any suggestions on that?
Well, we showed how to get unlimited images both from YouTube and like you showed YouTube. I showed how to do it another way. There's no reason why you can't have original images. And if you do the things the way we say, which is hire a VA and have the VA do all this manual work, there's no reason why you can't provide Google with what it wants. Google wants all this local relevance. It has image recognition. I showed that in the webinar. It knows everywhere that the image is posted, and you have to go through a whole lot more work trying to change the image for Google than you do if you just go and pull one off the web and take care of the geo and upload it into the auto poster so that you can have the VA go and flip them out, right? After the 30-day or the 60-day, you go and you flip out 60 new ones, and you just keep doing that. There's no reason why you can't do that. And I can almost guarantee, because it's what I do for the attorney is that we're always providing fresh, unique, relevant content. Images are content, right? Updated on a regular basis, and Google eats it up. It's constant. The bot is constantly looking for new information, new ways of getting, right, fresh things, new things, and images are part of this. They're an integral part of getting fed into the database, getting all of this information that's relevant about the location. If you can't be at the location, then the next best thing to do is fake it. And then the next best after, I don't know how long, would be to just repeat the images, but you're repeating something that Google already knows exists if it has already been indexed. And fortunately and unfortunately, posts, they index immediately. And so Google knows that the images exist the moment that you publish them because they're indexed immediately.
Yeah, I would suggest that within the next few weeks, I can't give you an exact time because we ran into some snags with being able to provide the service, but that's one of the services that we're going to provide in MGYB is GMB posting, but it's going to be manually done, right? So in other words, we'll have VAs that will come in and they'll schedule out 30 posts for a month for you. And then, it's a monthly recurring service. There will be two different services in MGYB, two different options. One is for us to go, like you guys hire us to come in and provide 30 posts or whatever the frequency of posts is that you want, and we'll go in and schedule it, and then they'll schedule for republishing to where that's a one-off fee for you. But we all know that you get better results with what Marco just was talking about, and that's unique images. So we're going to have a recurring service that will be where once, our team goes in and schedules out 30 posts or 45 or whatever it is, your frequency of posts is that you decide you want. We go in and schedule all that out for the month. And then at the end of when the beginning of the next month comes up, our VAs go back in and schedule a new set of posts with a brand new set of original images or unique images, and does that every single month. And that's a much stronger service. We'll get better results than, it'll be a monthly recurring fee as opposed to just a one-off expense, but it'll be a stronger service, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, I mean, again, Marco's correct. It's about, instead of just trying to automate that stuff, I understand the reason for wanting to automate that, but there's some things that are better off being done manually because you can do steps like make them unique where you're going to get better results. Okay.